Well, good evening, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this March the 20th, 2026. I'm hoping everybody had a great Friday out there so far, but it's a great Friday evening. Hope everybody continues to stay safe and well, and also enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got. Alrighty, in tonight's video, we're going to take a look at the storm system move across the country. Your local forecast for the weekend outlook is included as well. Also, take a look at the Storm Prediction Center outlook for your severe weather for the weekend, also the current watch and warn advisory map, and also take a look at the fire weather concerns as well across the lower 48. Alright, if you have not subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe. Also like the video, share the videos, and let's go ahead and get the show on the road here, folks. And we're still trying to reach that 700 subscriber mark. I'd greatly appreciate it if we can reach that in the coming weeks. So I'd greatly appreciate it. We've got a storm system in the Atlantic coastal waters. We've got another storm system from New Brunswick to Maine, all the way to the Carolinas. That will continue to exit stage east. We've got another storm system across Iowa through Minnesota, North and South Dakota, South Canada through Montana, Idaho, Washington, Oregon State, and also Northern California. Got another little storm system here swirling off the western U.S. coast. That will continue to pivot to the north and then to the northeast as the northern tropical jet pretty much is over this area here. The southern tropical jet is pretty well crossed down across the Caribbean Sea and then up the Atlantic coastal water. But you can see that big ridge of heat continues over the southwestern U.S. and y'all going to continue to bake for a while in that area over the next several days. So expect temperatures in the 100s and 90s as well. Triple digit heat index as well. Some of that heat will spread east into the plain, then eventually making it to the east coast coming up tomorrow and going into Monday. We got another storm. We got another cold front that will dive in from the north that will kind of will squish some of that heat down towards the toward the Gulf Coast states. So a little cool down coming for the mid-Atlantic portions of the southeast and the northeastern U.S. But the heat will continue out west for a little while longer. So get ready, folks. Make sure you hydrate out there. Make sure you stay weather aware, and also try to keep cool out in that area as well. Alright, let's move on into the local forecast now and take a look at it. I'm going to start off with your Saturday outlook. And as you can see, we've got thunderstorms and showers down here across the Carolinas, Tennessee, portion of northern Georgia, northern Alabama, southern Kentucky. Also got mixed precipitation, Washington, Oregon, Idaho, Montana, over towards Wyoming, and also South Dakota. Also up here around South Canada through Minnesota, Michigan, Wisconsin, over toward New York State and New Hampshire, Vermont, and also Ottawa and Toronto, Canada. Even got some freezing rain possible in that area as well, stretching from southeastern Canada through the Great Lakes region, from Lake Huron, Lake Superior, northern Michigan, and northern Minnesota, and northern Wisconsin. Critical fire weather continues over in portions of Wyoming, Colorado, Nebraska, and South Dakota. Otherwise, expect dry high pressure to remain in charge of your local forecast area for your Saturday. Alright, let's move on into your Sunday forecast now. They should roll out something like this here across the board. And there's that cold front I was telling everybody right here, stretching from the mid-Atlantic all the way to Texas, all the way over to Colorado, and a little weak warm front here. And that's going to keep the heat in the southwestern U.S. But you can see that cold front dropping to the south and east there. Alrighty, and you do have some moisture with that precipitation, but we're going to start with Colorado. Got some mixed precipitation. Colorado, portion of western Washington State, northern Michigan to southeast Canada, Pennsylvania to New York State to Maine, portion of New Brunswick, New Hampshire. Even some heavy snow and also some freezing rain possible across portion of New Hampshire, also New York State, Vermont, and also up here around northern Michigan, Lake Huron, Lake Huron area, stretching in New York State. Thunderstorms and showers from central and southern Michigan to Arkansas to northern South Carolina over toward Rhode Island, and also D.C., Delaware. You're included. Got some severe weather up here in Indiana over to Ohio, portion of Pennsylvania, and West Virginia. That pretty much covers that. So otherwise, expect dry high pressure to remain in charge of your local forecast area for your Sunday. Alright, now let's move on into the current watch and warning advisory map for your location across the nation. Alright, you can see we got some special weather statements for Maine, Western New York State, Louisiana, Arkansas, Texas, also Oklahoma, also in the portion of Kansas, New Mexico. We've got lots of red flag warnings up here for portion of North Texas, Oklahoma, Colorado, portion of Kansas, also Nebraska, northwestern Missouri, southwestern Iowa, southern South Dakota, much of Wyoming. Then we got, like I said, Colorado as well. High wind watches and warnings and avalanche warnings in effect for Montana. Special weather statements there as well. Special weather statements for hydro issues and also some flood watches in effect for Washington State. Wind advisories over areas of Nevada. Then we got excessive heat warnings in the southern Nevada region, much of Arizona, southern California. In the orange we have heat advisory for California and Nevada. Alright, we got smoke active advisory, gale warning from Maine all the way down to the North Carolina coast, central Florida to the Florida Keys, southern California to Washington State. And there's that flooding continues across the Hawaiian chain island. We got flood watches, flood warnings in the purple, and flood advisory for some of the chain islands there. So expect the flooding to continue around the Hawaiian chain islands as well. Also around the Alaska region, we got some freeze and spray warnings in the blue. We have small craft advisory, gale warnings around the Alaska region. Also we have some cold weather advisories and winter weather advisory to the southwest. Northern Alaska, we have some winter weather advisory and blizzard warnings and winter storm warnings there as well. Alright, let's move on into the Storm Prediction Center outlook. Should roll out something like this here across the board. And we do have a chance of severe weather located in the southeastern U.S. from eastern Tennessee to Columbia, South Carolina, Charlotte, North Carolina, you're included. Then general thunderstorm from Nashville to Charleston to Wilmington, you're included in that. This there looks to be mainly a damaging wind, hail event, but cannot rule out a tornado or two as well. Right now, tornado probabilities only rolls out about 2%, less than 2% all areas, but cannot rule out a tornado as well. Damaging winds, less than 5% all areas, so cannot rule out a damaging wind. It looks to be mainly a hail event. Pretty much large hail across the area, so but could not rule out damaging winds and a tornado or two for day number 2, which is your Saturday. Alright, now let's roll on into day number 3. And it should look something like this here across the board. Alright, as you can see, we have a marginal risk from eastern Missouri all the way into Scranton, Pennsylvania. Slight risk in the yellow, stretching from Indianapolis, Indiana, Louisville, Kentucky to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And then you can see the general thunderstorm stretching from Nashville to Richmond, Virginia, New York City, all the way towards Springfield, Missouri. Alright, probability looks like this, 5 and 15% respectively. Alright, critical fire weather rolls out something like this here. Okay, we got a big area of elevated stretching from Texas all the way to Omaha. Well, I just took it down. We just gotta wait for it to refresh. It should be coming back up. Okay, Odessa, Texas to Omaha, Nebraska to Rapid City, South Dakota to Flagstaff, Arizona. And then you can see up around Casper, Wyoming to Cheyenne, Wyoming, stretching portions of Nebraska, southwestern areas of South Dakota, and northern portions of Colorado, with some critical fire weather problems they're expected for day 2, which is Saturday. So, alrighty, well, I hope everybody enjoyed the video. Make sure you subscribe if you have not. Like the video, share the video. We'll catch you back in the next one. So have a wonderful Friday evening, folks. Take care and also enjoy the weather. Cut the only weather you got.